Good morning everyone, it's Nicole Moore, Low Carb Keto Health Dietitian here, and today I'm going to talk about flexitarianism. What is a flexitarian? And I get a lot of flexitarians coming into our practice, and so I want to talk about how we can personalise low carb programs for everyone. So a flexitarian is technically a vegetarian who has some flexibility and potentially will include chicken, meat, fish, eggs on a more regular basis, but wants to also include plant-based protein sources as well. And obviously on a low carb program, if we think about foods like legumes and beans and chickpeas, is those foods can contain quite a lot of carbohydrate. And when we've got people who are maybe metabolically unwell, they're struggling with their weight, they have pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. So metabolic syndrome being where they have a cluster of health issues. It might be some dyslipidemia, so some cholesterol issues or triglyceride issues. They may and/or have high waist hip and are overweight, so more fat around the belly. Blood pressure issues, elevated blood sugars or pre-diabetes, insulin resistance, blood pressure. So when people have at least 3 of those symptoms, that's what we call metabolic syndrome. So we get a lot of people coming in who are either vegetarian or flexitarian, and they want a personalised low carb approach. And that's absolutely important at Low Carb Keto Health here. It's about ensuring that your low carb program is really tailored to your needs, and that if you want to be vegetarian or vegan, then that is something that, you know, at the Low Carb Keto Health practice here will help assist you to ensure you get your balanced macronutrients, but at the same time encompassing the things that are important and comfortable to you. So can we be a flexitarian on a low carb program? And the answer is yes. And what's really important is that we understand what sort of protein sources we need to be consuming to get adequate protein in our diet. So a flexitarian will allow some meat, chicken, fish, eggs in the diet. And if we think about on average, maybe we need 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilo of body weight, you can do your calculations to determine how much protein you need per day. Now let's just, for ease of today, talk about 100 grams of protein per day as a ideal kind of amount or minimum protein to be trying to consume. So if you're consuming animal-based protein, if you think of what fits, I guess, on the palm of your hand, and everyone's palm's different, so you use your palm serve. Now that might be equivalent to a 120 or 150 grams, say, you know, Scotch fillet, piece of pork. It might be a, you know, chicken breast. It could be a medium tin of tuna, or maybe it's 2 small tins of tuna. And it could be 3 to 4 small to medium size eggs. All of those non-vegetarian sources are equivalent to, let's say, on average 30 grams of actual protein, contributing to your 90 to 100 grams. So ideally in a day, if you were a meat eater, you would be needing to eat maybe 3 eggs, plus a chicken breast, plus a Scotch fillet. Number one, we find most people aren't meeting their protein target, so that's really important to ensure for muscle synthesis, particularly after the age of around 40, where you can only build muscle through resistance training and protein, that you're getting at least 3 of those bolus proteins a day. If you're flexitarian, then the rule applies that when you're eating a protein source from an animal source, that you're getting those 30 gram boluses in. If you are doing a vegetarian/vegan incorporation into your low carb plan, if you're flexitarian or even if you're vegan, is that we need to remember that when we see how much protein is in a plant-based serve, that we're actually not consuming or, not absorbing all of that. So if, for example, you were having, let's say, I've got a couple of sauces that I've written up here. Let's say you're having some tempeh. So tempeh is based on soybean, and a cup of tempeh will actually give you 30 grams of protein. So again, that would contribute to your 90 to 100 grams, but obviously you're not going to actually absorb that whole 30 grams. So you always have to feed up. So a cup of tempeh is one vegetarian, vegan protein source, and you can sort of throw that through stir fries, etc. 1 cup, 30 grams of protein. The second one is seitan, and again, seitan is a product that you'll find in supermarkets, and 100 grams will give you another 30 grams of protein. So that is something we can throw into stir fries, and it is a vegan / vegetarian. And so if you're going to be flexitarian, then that is something you could incorporate on your vegetarian days. Or tofu, 1/2 cup, 10 grams of protein. So really, to get your 30 gram bolus in, you need to be having 1.5 cups of tofu, throwing it through your stir fry, making it into scrambled eggs, putting it on some toast with some low carb bread, throwing it through a stir fry. Edamame beans, 1 cup of edamame beans, 17 grams of protein. So again, you can just eat them raw or pop them in a soup or a stir fry. 3 tablespoons of hemp seed is going to give you 10 grams of protein. So throwing hemp seed in a protein shake, maybe you've got a pea protein shake, which FYI, pea protein shake at a scoop will give you only about 20-25 grams of protein. So if you do your 3 tablespoons of hemp, gives you your 10, put it in a scoop of pea protein, you're going to sort of start to hit that sort of closer to that 30 gram mark of your vegetarian vegan protein. 2 tablespoons of chia seed, 4 grams of protein. So not a lot of protein in that, but again, incorporating that into like chia puddings, into your smoothies. 1/4 cup of almonds will give you 8 grams of protein. So you probably need a good, 3/4 cup of almonds every day to sort of help you hit that more 30 gram bolus. So snacking on that over the day would help you hit your 100 grams. Cup of Greek yogurt will give you 17 grams of protein. So that's a nice way. Put some almonds with it, chuck some chia seeds through it. 1/2 cup of cottage cheese, 14 grams of protein. So again, maybe you can pile up a good cup of cottage cheese and get 25 grams of protein, and pop it on 2 slices of low carb toast, and top it with some salt and pepper, and some rocket and some avocado. So that would be really yum. And then spirulina is also a sort of algae powder that you can get, and it's actually a really great source of omega-3 fatty acids. It contains a similar structured omega-3 than that animal marine product has, so it's quite well absorbed for omega-3, and 4 grams of protein in a tablespoon. So if you can chuck a couple of tablespoons in with your smoothie, then that's going to give you maybe another 8 grams of protein. So you can definitely be a flexitarian and get your 100 grams of protein every day by having some days or some meals where you're going to include that palm size amount of meat, chicken, fish or eggs, and that's going to give you a decent 30 gram bolus of protein, contributing to 1/3 of your 100 grams for the day. And if you want to incorporate some flexitarian options in there, and some vegan options and vegetarian options, and as I've gone through with your list of your tempeh, we talked about seitan, tofu, edamame beans, hemp, chia seeds. We talked about your Greek yogurt, your almonds, your cottage cheese, and your spirulina. And I sort of went through how much protein, but remember, you need to overdo that because you're maybe only absorbing 50% of those plant proteins, whereas animal protein it's much more bioavailable. The amino acids absorb much more readily, and up to 100% of those are really going to help contribute to your muscle synthesis. So that's what flexitarian programs are about. And we personalize low carb, so we can do a low carb flexitarian program, and we can do a low carb vegan program for people as well. It's really teaching you how much protein you need, how you're going to get that. Really understanding nutrients is the key to your personalized low carb approach. So please come and visit us here at lowcarbketohealth.com.au. Leave any comments or questions you may have on our Facebook page, and please share us with other like-minded low carb people, because really it's about supporting each other on this journey, and us at Low Carb Keto Health, our amazing Dr. Laureen Lawler-Smith, myself, Nicole Moore, the accredited dietitian, and our fantastic health coaches here. Jody Bund is one of our certified Procure health coaches. We are here to help you on your journey. Check out our 12-week program on our Low Carb Keto Health website. Check out our collaboration programs. We are also, connecting with other GPs and specialists who are in the low carb space to help support them and their patients. We're really excited about this year and looking forward to lots of awesome things that are going to be happening. So check us out on our website, and look forward to chatting to you again soon. Bye for now.